What's up, boxing fans? This is TBE Boxing, back at you again. Today's topic: I won't buy or even watch the Thurman versus Mario Barrios fight. And anyone who buys the fight is a damn fool. Let's chop it up and see what it's all about.
Got the money for minutes, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? That life for riches, huh? That life for riches, huh? Pretty bitch, show me titties, huh? And I got the glazzy run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.
Okay, boxing fans, let's talk some boxing. All right. So we all know that the Thurman Mario Barrios fight is coming up this weekend. As you know, Thurman, former unified welterweight champion, currently a contender, has been off for a long while. You know, out of boxing with various injuries, going up on 3 years now. So this is probably his first fight. Well, not probably. This is his first fight since he lost the title to Manny Pacquiao. I believe that was the WBA belt. He also had the WBC belt, but he was stripped of that belt. That belt was picked up by Sean Porter in a fight against Danny Garcia, which he subsequently lost to Errol Spence. Okay, so this is where we are now. Errol Spence has both belts, IBF, WBC. Terence Crawford has the WBO, and Jordanis Ugas has the WBA, which Manny Pacquiao, who had beat Thurman for that belt, he got stripped also for inactivity, and Ugas ended up with the belt, and he later on fought Manny Pacquiao and beat Manny Pacquiao. So Ugas is the champion at WBA. So here we have Thurman, in all of this mix now that I just described. Here we have Thurman coming back after a long layoff. And for his comeback fight, he's fighting a guy called Mario Barrios, who, just is coming off a knockout loss to Gervonta Davis, who is actually a lightweight. So, you can't make this stuff up. So anyway, I mean, they fought at 140, I believe, for that Mario Barrios Gervonta Davis fight. But, that's who Thurman is coming back against. Okay, and from what we're hearing, in the continuing effort to duck Terence Crawford, they're prepping Thurman to fight Errol Spence if he beats Ugas in that match, in that unification, and he will have the 3 belts. And so you're going to have Thurman, if he wins against Barrios, he's going to be fighting Thurman, he's going to be fighting Errol Spence after the Ugas fight, if Errol Spence wins that fight. Okay, so this is what the PBC has planned for the belts. No mention, as we all know, they came out recently and said they had no money for the, for the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight, but they just announced they're paying, I think, Canelo close to $100 million in a fight against Jamal Charlo or something like that, something ridiculous like that. I mean, it was a ridiculous number. I think upwards of $50 million they're going to be paying Canelo for a fight against Jamal Charlo and maybe somebody else, I think. So this is what they do with their money. So now, a lot of people are saying, well, PBC don't want to make the fight. It's PBC, fault because they're doing this and they got money to pay. But at the end of the day, people, nobody is talking about the elephant in the room, and that's, Errol Spence. We haven't heard a word from Errol Spence about none of this. Okay? Now, Errol Spence has said on many occasions previously that he would not fight Thurman under no circumstances, and that if he has to fight Thurman, he's going to drop the belt. So we're going to see if Errol Spence is going to hold to his word or not. Okay? If he's actually going to fight Thurman after Ugas, if he beats Ugas, and that's not a guarantee that he's going to beat Ugas. So if he actually wins against Ugas, we're going to see if he's going to go ahead and fight Thurman, a guy you say he will never fight. Okay, because Thurman been ducking him for years, and not just the same way he's been ducking Crawford for years. So, at the end of the day, he might as well go ahead and fight Keith Thurman because they're both two ducks. Okay, so those two ducks can go ahead and fight each other because he's not going to fight Crawford. So I'm thinking that the fact that he's silent now after the PBC came out and said what they said, and he's not saying no, I'm not going to fight Keith Thurman next. I want Crawford next. The fact that he's not saying that speaks volumes. And nobody's holding his feet to the fire. None of the PBC channels. I mean, none of the YouTube channels. Not Blue Blood Sports. Not Phantom Boxing. Not Champside. Not Dante's Boxing Nation. Not Barbershop Conversations. Not BFTB. You know, the number one Spence Nuthugger. I mean, none of these guys, you know, are saying, no, we want to see the Crawford versus Spence fight next. Nobody's saying that. They all just like little lambs. They all just tuck their tail between their legs and just accept what the PBC is giving them. You know, Mario Barrios versus Keith Thurman as a title eliminator. I mean, I've never seen anything so disgusting in my life. This is the most disgraceful thing I've ever seen in boxing. Mario, a guy coming off of a knockout loss is going to be in a fight for a title eliminated? I mean, this is what boxing is coming to. So this is where we are. So, you know, if the boxing gods have any sense of humor, you know, what they should do is just make Errol Spence lose against Ugas and make Keith Thurman lose against Barrios. That would be the best outcome, okay? Because, I mean, this thing is a joke, what these people are trying to pull, you know, and then they expect me to pay $75 for that. Now, I can tell you right now, I'm not buying the fight. Not only am I not buying the fight, I'm not even going to watch the fight because I'm not even going to give them the credit of getting the view, okay? I'm not even going to watch it, okay? I'll watch the fight the next day. I watch it, you know, I watch it for free on YouTube, or I watch the highlights on YouTube until it comes on for free. That's the only way I'm going to watch that fight. I'm not going to even watch it while it's on live. No way. I'm not even going to buy it, and I'm not going to watch it. Okay? And that's just the way it's going to be. And that's going to continue for the foreseeable future until I get some kind of fight that I see that's worth my money. I'm not buying none of these fights that's coming out of the PBC right now. Okay? None of them. None. Because it's a joke. Okay? I already spent my money. Like I got a DAZN subscription. I paid $88 for that. Okay? 1 year. So I get to see a lot of fights, okay, for my little subscription. And, you know, $88, I get to see all of, and then they want me to pay $75, almost $80 for Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios. Both of them coming off of a loss, one with a 3-year layoff. And they want to charge $75 for that. And they want me to pay my money to watch that. It's not going to happen. Not in this lifetime. In no way, shape, or form. Okay, I'm not buying it. Not even watching it. That's how bad it is. I'm not even going to watch it live. I'm going to wait till the next day and watch the highlights or watch it on YouTube if it comes on YouTube. That's the only way I'm going to really watch it, you know. So that it is what it is, because I'm not supporting this nonsense that I see the PBC's coming out with. You know, if our people want to support it, hey, more power to them, okay? I just think that unless we do something about what's going on, okay, and, you know, speak with our dollars, okay, you know, nothing's going to change in boxing. We're going to keep getting these, you know, lame warm-up fights, you know, that we're getting now. Okay, we're not going to see great fights. We're not going to see Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. And at the end of the day, Errol Spence, you know, is just so quiet. Like, I mean, the big fish, supposedly. This guy claims he's the big fish. He's the boss. And he's been quiet as a church mouse. Still tucked away with his tail between his butt somewhere, hiding. Not saying a word, okay? Not coming out and saying, "Wait, man, you know, I want to fight the real fight." So at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you people the same thing I've been telling you for a while now, and I've mentioned this a couple of times, but I'm gonna say it again. Errol Spence, though, is not gonna go after the fourth belt. He's not going after Terence Crawford's belt, and this has been played out over and over, and we see this for ourselves. So a lot of people are wondering what's going on. Why isn't Errol Spence, you know, going after Crawford? He don't want nothing to do with Crawford, okay? And he's not going to go after Crawford because it's too high risk. It's a high risk venture to go after Crawford. Okay, Crawford is not an easy picking. He's not, somebody. He's not low hanging fruit. And Errol Spence, basically want low hanging fruit. He's not going to go after a guy like Crawford because he's not willing to test himself against a fighter you think might be able to beat him. Okay, and this is what what's going on. So, Errol Spence is not going to call for that fight. Okay, and he's going to be satisfied with getting the third belt. And then from there, he's either going to retire or he's going to move up, but he's not going to call out Errol Spence. Okay? I mean, he's not going to call out Terence Crawford. That is Errol Spence. He's not going to call him out if he wins the Ugas fight. Okay? He's just going to hold on to the third belt and say, yeah, I'm undisputed. Now I got the third belt. It's going to be something similar to what Teofimo Lopez did and what George Kambosos is doing now. Errol Spence is going to do the same exact thing. Okay? He was not go after Crawford's belt. He will not call Crawford out. He'll continue to duck Crawford for as long as he can. And at this point, it looks like he's going to be able to duck Crawford his whole career. Okay? And this is what he's doing. So it is what it is, people. So at the end of the day, PBC is the one that's responsible for all this nonsense. I'm not going to support it. I'm not buying the Thurman fight versus Barrios. I'm not even watching it. I'm going to watch it, the next day on the YouTube, like the rest of the people. That's anybody that want to buy this fight and spend $75 a damn fool. That's how I see that. Okay, you spend $75 on this fight, you're a fool, or you got money to waste. Okay, if you got money to waste, you can send me some. Okay, because I wouldn't waste my hard-earned money on this fight at all. And I don't see why anybody else should buy this fight either. And if we buy this fight and this fight is successful, they're gonna keep doing us fights like that. Barrios and Thurman, and next thing you know, it's gonna be, Isaac Cruz against Thurman. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're going to see next. I mean, these guys this thing is ridiculous. What's going on over there? The biggest money fight in boxing. Errol Spence is ducking it and not saying nothing, just quiet as a lamb, while they're over there maneuvering him around and having him face. I mean, I would love to see Barrios beat Keith Thurman and also Ugas beat Errol Spence, and throw something in the mix that could shake things up, because otherwise we're gonna keep getting these same old lame fights that we get now. Nothing's gonna change, So it is what it is. But yeah, it's supposed to be fight week. Not really looking forward to it because not much happening. Okay, with this whole thing. It's just another dull, boring PBC lineup. And the ducking continues with Errol Spence and Crawford. They continue to duck Terence Crawford. They need to free up Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? Free Terence Crawford. So yeah, people, I'm not going to go too long on this. I already went too long already. I already went maybe 10 minutes too long already on this whole video, because I just want to make it clear that I'm not going to be supporting that Keith Thurman fight. And anybody who supports it and spending hard-earned money on that fight is a damn fool. Okay, you can watch it on YouTube the next day, and that's what I'm going to do. So you should probably do the same thing. Save yourself $75. Go buy your daughter or your son something that nice, So yeah, that's how I see that. So with that said, people, I'm going to leave it there, and I see you on the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, just want to say that as of this video right now, Errol Spence is continuing to duck. The conspiracy to freeze out Terence Crawford is continuing, and when WBC came out and said that when they came out, let me add a few more things before I go. When the WBC came out and announced the fight between Barrios and Thurman and said it was a title eliminator, and that the winner is going to fight Spence after the Ugas fight, a lot of people were up in arms and said, no, we can't have that. So the WBO come out, Mario Suleiman, he came out and he said, well, it's going to be a title eliminator, but, we're not going to order the fight next. But that was just, that was just a cover-up, really. Really and truly, that is the plan that they have. I mean, you see that this is how the PBC and just boxing and and WBC in general, what they think of the fans. They think the fans are dumb. They think the fans are stupid. So they tell you, don't believe what you're seeing, believe what I'm telling you. So they announce a fight, you know, a title eliminator and announce that the winner is going to fight the winner of the Ugas Spence fight. And then when people say, well, wait a minute, what about the Crawford fight? They say, oh, no, 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 no. Don't believe what you're seeing and hearing. Just listen to what we're saying. It's not going to be a title eliminator, even though we said it's going to be a title eliminator. But he's not going to fight next. Well, if people believe that, they'll believe anything. And so this is how ridiculous these people are. This is how stupid they think people are. They think you're stupid, and they think that they can just push this Keith Thurman versus Barrios eliminator, and then have the winner fight Errol Spence. Okay, they think they could just push it on you, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it, and you're gonna just buy the fight. You see, that's how that works. So if you people out there don't do anything about this, not buy the fight. This fight between Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios should not make not even one buy. It should not even get 75. Not even one person should buy this fight. Okay? Just to send these people a message and let them know that they're playing with fire by messing around with what the fans want to see. So we have to do something about this. And I'm not gonna, I'm gonna do by example. Okay, I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. Okay, all of y'all, that's listening to this video, and y'all can do whatever y'all want. But let me tell you this: if you let this go by, if you don't stand up for this and don't, let it be known, let your displeasure be known about this fight, you can look forward to a lot of, a lot more fights like this, and you're gonna see that Errol Spence is gonna continue to duck, and nobody's holding Errol Spence accountable or PBC accountable for their ducking. They just let this guy duck. So you even heard Blue Blood Sports came out recently on this video and said that he started trying to delegitimize Terence Crawford's belt by talking about how new it is and this and that and that. But he's basically saying what I'm saying, that Errol Spence is not going to go for the fourth belt. They're going to go for the third belt against Ugas. Okay, and that's it. He's not going to go after Terence Crawford after that. And the funny thing about that, Blue Blood Sports have no problem with that. He's not criticizing Errol Spence for that. He's not saying, hey, Errol, man, what's going on? Why can't we have this fight? Why don't you come out and call out Crawford? He's not putting that responsibility on Errol Spence. But he comes out all the time and says, heavy is the head that wears the crown. And Terence Crawford needs to do this, and Terence Crawford needs to do that. And like he's Terence Crawford's promoter. As a matter of fact, he came with a couple of days. Oh, well, Terence Crawford is waiting for Errol Spence to call him out after the Ugas fight. Well, why should he wait around? He's 35 years old, and why would he wait around? He must go out and do something. So when did Bluebird become so concerned about Terence Crawford's career? I mean, he's a Spence nut hugger. He don't care about Terence Crawford's career. But that's the narrative, you see. Again, because Terence Crawford said, I'm going to wait and see if Errol Spence is going to call him out. So we all know that Errol Spence is not going to call out Terence Crawford. And Terence Crawford knows that as well. Okay? But he put Errol Spence on the spot by saying that. Okay? And Errol Spence is already on the spot now. And, people like Blue Sports don't like that. They don't even talk about the fact that Errol Spence is ducking Crawford. They don't talk about it at all. They just keep making excuses and talking around it and, all kind of, narratives that they're running. But they're not talking about the fact that Errol Spence is silent on what's going to happen after Ugas. And that he's not coming out and saying that he wants Terence Crawford. Okay? So he's just ducking, and they're not really holding him accountable for that. But that's what nut huggers do. They hold everybody else accountable. Okay, that they're not hugging their nuts. But the fact that they're hugging Spencer's nuts, they're gonna say whatever they want to say, and they're not gonna really criticize him too much. And we see it all playing out in front of us. Okay, these guys get into their feelings when you talk about Errol Spence, like he's their son or something. I mean, it's crazy. But these guys are turning into managers and promoters, and I thought they just had a YouTube channel. When did Bluebird Sports become Terence Crawford's promoter? When did he start being so concerned about what Terence Crawford is doing with his career? What the hell is going on? But again, people, he's not really concerned about Crawford. What he's concerned about is Errol Spence. And he's concerned that Crawford is making Errol Spence look bad. Well, it's really Errol Spence making himself look bad by being a duck. And by ducking so much and being so obvious about it, But, it is what it is. So, yeah. But, yeah, this is where we're at. I'm not buying this Thurman Barrios fight. You shouldn't buy it either. And anybody that buys it is a damn fool. So that's where it is, and that's where I'm going to leave it. This is TBE Boxing saying, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Go to tbeboxing.com and also go to tbecombatsports.com because, you know, I'm right now, to tell you the truth, people, I'm getting tired of all this ducking in boxing. I'm probably going to push over to the UFC, and, you know, where fighters actually fight over there. So you're probably going to see me do a lot more UFC and MMA commentary than you see me doing boxing. You know, I'm not doing that much boxing now as it is, but it's going to probably go to even less because I'm going to shift over to PBC and do boxing every once in a while, you know, because like I'm doing now, because there's not much going on and just too much ducking and too much corruption in boxing. It's crazy, man. And you're not getting the fights you want to see anyway, so what's the point? You know, once in a while you get a good fight and you get it by luck, you know. So, you know, and then you have people like, you know, I mean, there's so many ducks in boxing. I mean, it's incredible, you know, Canelo, Vince, you know, Devontae Davis, Jamal Charlo, you know, I mean, all these guys are ducks. I mean, it's a joke. Anyway, bottom line, people, I'm going to leave it here for now. So make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. This is TBE Boxing saying I'm out.